What if I told you that the kindest souls you'll ever meet could also be the most dangerous? Imagine someone who radiates peace, whose mere presence feels like a sanctuary, whose smile can calm even the fiercest storms. These are the chosen ones, people whose light shines so brightly it can heal wounds you didn't even know you had. But here's the catch. There's more to them than meets the eye. Beneath that gentle exterior lies a force unlike any other, waiting, just waiting for the wrong moment to rise. The calmest ocean, after all, can turn into a devastating tsunami when disturbed. Chosen ones aren't just spiritually enlightened, they're spiritually armed. Their niceness isn't a weakness, it's a discipline, a deliberate restraint. And when that calm is shattered, when their patience runs out, they don't explode with petty anger. They summon divine judgment. Their silence, their withdrawal, their intuition, each part of them is a weapon, but only when provoked. So who are the chosen ones really? What makes them both the most compassionate and the most dangerous? Get ready, because we're diving deep into 8 powerful reasons why the chosen ones are the nicest people you'll meet, but the most dangerous when pushed too far. This message might just reach you at the exact moment you need to hear it. Let's begin. Reason 1. The subtle power of their presence. Ever noticed how some people walk into a room and the entire energy shifts? It's as if the atmosphere itself acknowledges their presence, and suddenly you feel drawn to them without even knowing why. This is the subtle, yet undeniable power of the chosen ones. They don't have to utter a single word to command respect. In fact, it's their silence that often speaks the loudest. Chosen ones possess a unique aura, one that exudes authority not through force but through sheer presence. There's a magnetic pull to them, a quiet strength that doesn't demand attention but naturally attracts it. It's not about what they say, but how they make you feel in their vicinity. People instinctively gravitate toward them, drawn in by an unspoken energy that makes them feel both safe and seen. Their calm confidence fills the space, effortlessly shifting the energy in the room. Where there was once chaos, there's now an air of order. Where tension once lingered, peace now reigns. This presence isn't something they put on. It's simply who they are. It's the energy of someone who knows their worth and doesn't feel the need to prove it. Others around them are often unaware of the profound effect they have, but it's undeniable. Chosen ones carry a quiet power that changes the dynamics of any environment they enter. Their influence doesn't come from loud declarations or dramatic gestures. It comes from their unwavering sense of self and the deep inner peace they carry with them. That's the true mark of their authority. It's subtle, it's gentle, but it's powerful enough to shape the course of an entire room's energy. Reason 2. Their compassion is a double-edged sword. There's a unique power in compassion, a force that can heal and transform, yet also reveal the raw, unspoken truths we often try to bury. For the chosen ones, compassion is more than just kindness. It's a double-edged sword. It has the power to mend broken hearts and uplift weary souls, but it also shines a light on the darkness within us, exposing hidden fears, unresolved wounds, and uncomfortable truths we would rather avoid. Chosen ones love deeply, with a heart so full that it feels as though they're offering pieces of themselves. Their empathy flows like a river, soothing and nurturing those around them. But this profound love is not without its boundaries. They are not martyrs, nor do they wear their kindness as an invitation to be exploited. They will not tolerate being taken for granted. If you take advantage of their open heart, they will retreat, not out of bitterness, but out of protection. They understand that to give too much without preserving their own energy is to risk losing themselves in the process. Their compassion is a gift, but it comes with a sacred understanding. They can only offer their love to those who respect the balance between giving and receiving. And when that balance is disturbed, the very love they gave so freely can become the source of their withdrawal. They may remain silent, stepping back to preserve their peace and protect their soul. Chosen ones embody the delicate art of loving deeply, yet fiercely guarding their sacred space. Their compassion isn't weak. It's a strength rooted in self-awareness and self-respect. It's the kind of love that heals, yes, but it's also the kind of love that will walk away if disrespected. That is the double-edged power of a chosen one's compassion. Reason 3. The calm before their divine storm. In the eye of the storm, there's an unsettling stillness, an eerie calm that holds an immense hidden power. This is the paradox of the chosen ones. On the surface, they exude a sense of serenity, unaffected by the chaos around them. But make no mistake, what appears as mere tranquility is a force in disguise, one that only a few can truly comprehend. Chosen ones are masters of maintaining composure. In the face of conflict, stress, or turmoil, they stand unwavering, their energy unshaken. This calmness isn't an act of indifference or detachment, it's a profound inner peace. They understand that the storm doesn't need to be feared, but respected. However, this calm is often misunderstood. To the untrained eye, it might seem like apathy or worse, weakness. But those who mistake their silence for passivity are making a grave error. For the chosen ones, their calmness is a choice, strategic, measured, and purposeful. They observe, they wait, they allow time to reveal the truth, to unfold the lessons needed. But here lies the catch. When that calm is broken, when their patience is tested beyond its limit, a shift occurs. The energy they have carefully held in balance explodes, transforming them from serene beings into unstoppable forces of nature. It is as if the universe itself steps in to correct the imbalance, and their calmness turns into a divine storm. Their wrath is not fueled by anger, but by cosmic justice. It is not chaos, but clarity. So, when the chosen ones finally act, their response is felt deeply, resonating far beyond the surface. Their divine storm leaves an indelible mark on everything it touches, one that can never be forgotten. Reason 4. Their deep connection to divine wisdom. In a world full of noise and chaos, there are a rare few who move through life with an unshakable calm, guided by a wisdom that seems to transcend time itself. These individuals are deeply connected to a higher force, tuned into the pulse of the universe, as though they have tapped into the ancient rhythms of existence itself. The chosen ones walk with a quiet confidence, for they know something others don't. They are spiritually aligned, channeling divine wisdom that guides every step they take. This wisdom isn't something they've learned from books or taught in classrooms. It's an ancient knowing, passed down through the ages and embedded in their very soul. When the world is uncertain, when decisions are tough, the chosen ones don't rely on logic alone. Instead, they listen to the whispers of intuition, feeling the pull of divine timing and cosmic laws that govern the flow of the universe. They've learned to trust this inner guidance, knowing that every move they make is part of a bigger divine plan. But their connection to this wisdom doesn't just help them, it transforms their entire way of navigating life's challenges. Where others see obstacles, they see opportunities. Where others feel lost, they feel the universe unfolding before them. It's not that life is easier for the chosen ones, but their deep understanding of cosmic laws gives them the power to move through life's trials with grace and purpose. Every challenge becomes a chance to align more deeply with their true purpose. Their wisdom is a gift, not just for them, but for those fortunate enough to cross their path. They are the living embodiment of a higher calling, effortlessly leading others toward their own truth. Reason 5. The sacredness of their silence. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a weapon, a force that can shift the very fabric of reality. For the chosen ones, their silence isn't empty. It's alive with unspoken power, carrying more weight than any argument could ever convey. While others may speak to be heard, the chosen ones speak in silence, and that silence carries messages so profound they can change lives. There's something mysterious about their quietness. It's not a retreat or an escape, but a deliberate pause, a space where wisdom and understanding reside. In the stillness, they possess the ability to communicate volumes without uttering a single word. You can feel their presence, their energy, without them needing to say a thing. It's as if their very essence is speaking, louder than any words could. For the chosen ones, silence is their strength, not a sign of weakness. In a world that is often loud, chaotic, and filled with noise, their calm and quiet demeanor serves as a powerful contrast. They don't need to shout to get their point across, nor do they need to argue to prove their worth. When they remain silent, it's a choice, a purposeful act that speaks volumes. In fact, their silence is often more effective than any verbal confrontation. It's a way to reclaim peace, a reminder that sometimes The most powerful statements are those left unsaid. Their silence is a spiritual force, a language of the soul that resonates deeply within those who are truly listening. To be in the presence of their quietness is to feel the weight of divine wisdom, a quiet that speaks louder than words ever could. Reason 6. Their unseen battles are fiercely fought behind their calm demeanor. There lies a battle you cannot see, a war fought in silence but felt deeply in the energy they exude. Chosen ones may appear peaceful on the surface, but beneath that tranquility, they are warriors engaged in a spiritual battle that is invisible to the human eye. Their strength doesn't come from physical might or worldly achievements. It's forged through encounters with forces beyond our understanding. In a world that values what's seen, the chosen ones understand that the true fight is often not on the physical plane, but in the spiritual realm. They battle energies, emotions, and forces that would overwhelm most, but they remain steadfast, guided by a purpose greater than themselves. This invisible war is where their true strength lies, and it's what keeps them balanced, grounded, and connected to something higher. Every step they take is not just in this world, but across unseen dimensions, battling the darkness, chaos, and negative energy that seeks to disrupt their peace. But don't be fooled by their calmness. This battle is never without consequence. The chosen ones feel every attack, every negative force aimed at them. It builds their resilience, sharpens their awareness, and enhances their spiritual armor. They may not wear their battles on their sleeves, but their very essence is shaped by these silent confrontations. They learn to master their emotions, control their energy, and shield themselves from the spiritual chaos that others cannot even sense. In the end, this constant spiritual warfare makes them more than just kind souls. It makes them powerful. The chosen ones are quietly fighting battles no one sees, but those who stand against them should never underestimate the fierce power they wield, because when they rise, the invisible forces they've conquered will come crashing down with unimaginable strength. Reason 7. Their loyalty is unshakable until betrayal. There's a force stronger than love: loyalty. For the chosen ones, loyalty is not just a virtue, it's a sacred bond, unbreakable and fierce. When they choose to stand by someone, they do so with every fiber of their being. They protect, uplift, and remain unwavering in their support. To them, loyalty is a reflection of the trust they place in others. They will go to great lengths to defend those they love, offering their time, their energy, and their heart without hesitation. But what happens when that trust is shattered? Betrayal is the one force capable of cracking their unshakable loyalty, and the moment it happens, everything changes. The chosen ones don't lash out in anger. They don't retaliate with fury. Instead, betrayal triggers something far more powerful, an internal transformation. Like a carefully honed blade, they withdraw with divine precision, removing themselves from your life without a second thought. It's not about revenge, it's about alignment. The chosen ones understand that they were never meant to fight for relationships that no longer serve their divine path. When trust is broken, they don't argue, beg, or seek closure. They simply let go, and that withdrawal is felt deeply. You'll notice their absence long before you ever understand the full cost of what you've lost. The ripple effect is real. Their silence becomes louder than any confrontation. What you thought you could control slips through your fingers, leaving behind a void where their loyalty once stood. Betrayal doesn't just hurt them, it transforms the entire dynamic. And when the chosen ones walk away, you'll know that the consequences of their absence are far more powerful than anything they could have said or done. Reason 8. They are guardians of spiritual law. There's a force in the universe that operates beyond the reach of human laws, one that commands respect and balance. This force is embodied by the chosen ones, individuals who live by a higher code, a spiritual law that transcends anything we know. They don't just follow the rules of society, they follow a divine, unbreakable set of principles that guide every action, every word, every step they take. When they face injustice, they don't hesitate. Their commitment to truth and fairness is unwavering, and they won't stand idly by while the innocent are harmed or the balance is disrupted. Unlike those who fight for personal gain or ego, chosen ones are motivated by something far more profound, the need to restore harmony, protect the vulnerable, and ensure that divine justice prevails. They stand as guardians, not just for their own peace but for the world at large. What makes them truly powerful is their clarity of purpose. They don't need to scream or demand attention. Their presence alone commands authority because it radiates the pure energy of justice. When they speak, it's not just their words that hold weight. It's the spiritual force that backs them. They can call out deceit, challenge corruption, and expose hidden darkness with a power that feels almost otherworldly. But here's the thing. This isn't a fight they pick lightly. The chosen ones will only step into battle when they sense that the greater good is at risk. They will defend the defenseless and challenge any force that threatens balance without a second thought. Their strength comes not from physical might, but from the unshakable force of spiritual law, something that, once invoked, has the power to change the course of destiny itself. As we've journeyed through the powerful traits of the chosen ones, we've uncovered a truth that's both fascinating and humbling. These individuals aren't just kind souls. They carry a force that can transform lives and shake the very foundations of reality. From their healing presence that can burn away falsehoods, to their silent yet annihilating rage, chosen ones walk a path that few can truly understand. They love deeply, but they also protect fiercely, upholding a divine justice that transcends any human law. Their patience is not passive, but purposeful, waiting for the right moment to unleash the storm that brings balance. And when they walk away, their absence alone can unravel the very fabric of what you once knew. They are not here to be tested, but to remind us of the power of spiritual alignment, compassion with boundaries, and the sacred law that guides them. If you've felt a spark of recognition throughout this journey, you're not alone. The chosen ones are not just rare, they are often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to reveal their strength. So, whether you are one of them or you've crossed paths with one, remember this: their kindness is not a weakness, and their silence speaks louder than words ever could. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe now for more insights into the divine and the power within us all. Until next time, walk in light, but never forget the fire you carry within.